All right, good evening. Hi, no need to worry, don't worry, it's okay. Ziyue, I don't know which one, is it Xiangru or Yiqi is your team? Anyway, later we're going to break into team, all right? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's lessons. We're going to have a teamwork later to do a topic. So before that, we're going to go through the comprehension passage. So, Warren, you still cannot turn on your camera, huh?
No.
Okay, no problem. But later you have to go in the team so you can have your mic, okay? Hao Xuan, as usual, please turn on your...
I was lagging a bit. What did you say just now?
Oh, later you'll be joining in the group. Okay, so of course your mic is working, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone, when you're in the breakout room later, you have to contribute to your team. All right. So Han Ling and Tian Yu, of course you are lucky. Yesterday got the idea ready. So later I'll brief you again. Hao Xuan, please turn on your camera. Hao Xuan will be who is the team leader? Yeah, you all decide. I can't. Okay, you cannot talk, you cannot turn on your camera. I think I will tell my my colleagues to ask your mommy to get a proper camera and your mic because it has been very long already. So hopefully you can go back to do it. All right. So without further ado, we're going to go through today's lesson. Okay, and today's lesson we are going through the comprehension. Okay, we wait for Ming Yang for a while later. But anyway, today we are talking about teamwork. Okay, the topic today will be teamwork. And let's go through the passage now with comprehensions. Okay, we're going to talk about teamwork later. So the article below is about Lord Baden-Powell, the founder of the Boy Scout. Read it carefully. I think some of you are in Boy Scout, right?
Okay, I'm just gonna log off right now.
Why? You're going to log off?
That was rude. That was rude.
Huh?
I just had CCA an hour ago.
You got a CCA an hour ago. Okay, poor thing. Understand. Okay. Ready? Okay. Hao Ling, you okay? Hao Ling, okay?
I'm good.
Can Okay, let's go. First two paragraphs, may I have Mingyu to read to the class, please? Thank you. As usual, okay, as usual, I don't keep repeating again. Wait, as usual, the first sentence is always important. Where's the full stop? Oh my goodness. Practically all the way, the whole thing, you see the comma here. 相如你看到相如子越相如你看到comma here， 看得到不是我的意思说你看得到那个 sentence 很长没有 full stop 对吗 ？So comma OK， 确实 OK， go and then here so always if you print out your comprehensions, please do yourself a favor to bracket the first sentence of each paragraph. Okay, so I'm doing the first three. That's all. So back to you, Mingyu.
The name Baden-Powell is known and respected throughout as that of a man who, in his 83 years, devoted himself to the service of his country and his fellow men in two separate and complete lives. One as a soldier fighting for his country, and the other as a worker for peace, though the brotherhood of the Scout movement. Baden-Powell was born in Paddington, London on 22 February 1857. He was the 8th of 10 children. His father died when Baden-Powell was only 3 years old, leaving the family in a challenging situation.
Wow, while Mingyi was reading, I'm so sorry, I have to apologize to you, Mingyi, but this passage I read a few times, but sometimes I tend to forget. But I was reading some comments given by Guoren's, Qianru, Hao Xuan's, and Han Ling. I didn't know you're from Scout. I think you tell me before, right? Hi, Ming Yang.
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Hi, Ming Yang. So fresh and renew, ready? Okay, later we'll be doing something else very interesting. Well, now you see, this topic is also in line with what today we are talking about, teamwork. Now, as you know, Boy Scout, Girl Guide, Girl Brigade. Hey, Warren, I always confuse Girl Guide and Girl Brigade. Seriously, no? I don't know which one wearing the brown or the brownies. Well, I tell you, I always confuse Girl Guide and Girl Brigade and brownies, the different color the uniform. But anyway.
I thought brownies was in primary school only.
Oh,
Yeah,
brownies are primary
brownies is
school.
the primary school version, and then Girl Guides, Girl Brigade, they are like the secondary school version.
But always confused there.
They have different
Oh,
uniforms.
I always confuse who is who, and then was it Girl Guide related to Boy Scout or what? No, anyway, sorry. But I really respect them because they really go around and do donation and go door to door helping people, right? Yeah. So anyway, whether this uniform group, definitely, I think Warren and all of you are in team, right? Like Kai Wen also in team, rugby, Tian Yu, I don't know in what you have, Ming Yang, I don't know what you have, Hao Xuan badminton, yeah, Hao Xuan badminton also can be single player, it can be team player. As long team consists 2 or more. So just like I purposely arranged the topic links to the what we are going to discuss today, right? So the first 2 paragraphs, what Mingyu has read is all about how this beautiful guy, this awesome person, wonderful guy, 83 years old, and he contribute his service, his ABC, his attitude towards Scout, his behavior, and the characters involved. And for this particular, and he was 1857. Wow, my goodness, more than 100 years. And guess what? With such a big family, and then I think at that time, it's quite near to World War I and World War II. He went through a lot of suffering. So when you're reading a passage like this, I don't care whether you express NA or IP or whatever. Once you read the passage, always use this so then how. So this passage is about this guy, and then what is the ingredients of this paragraph, or in the ingredients of the whole entire passage. Then how are you going to analyze these questions into the different parts of the questions, right? Same thing in life. When your boss gives you a project, it's a 2 million projects. How are you guys going to dissect it and segmentize it? And how are you going to distribute 分工合作 to different parts of the people? So Ming Yang, for example, Ming Yang, you are the general manager. So you have to task it to Ming Yu. For example, he's a supervisor, Yi Qi a supervisor, Xiang Lu a supervisor, right? Right. So doesn't mean you like Xiang Lu, you give her lesser job. Then you don't like Yi Qi and Ming Yu, you give her more job, 对吗? Then it's 不是一视同仁了嘛，对吗，明阳? So you have to base on their SWOT, the strength, weakness, opportunity, the threat. This is exactly what team is all about. And this is what Ming Yang will do. So Xiang Lu is good in logistic. Then of course you don't give non-logistic thing. 你懂那个成吉思汗吗? You know is a Mongolia 成吉思汗吗?
Yeah, Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan, yes. Okay. Yeah. Do you know do you know he's the... Oh, is it? Thank you, Qianru. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, one of them is Christian. Correct. Because I come from a Christian school and I taught in a Christian school. Okay. Genghis Khan is one of the biggest, the best conqueror who conquer 3 continents. But the only country he cannot control, capture is Japan. 所谓明宇，我不懂你赞成吗？你的 history 很好啦，因为他是马不知年产，他是蒙古人是骑马的嘞，羌卢，对吗？蒙古人是骑马，对吧？他马不知年产他要去打水战，当然是会晕船，对吗 ？Correct
Drown.
Right, you sure seasick what? And they are good in horseback, not in sea. So this is how one of the reason why, okay, the collapse. So you must know your strength and weakness. So if Xiang Lu is good in certain things, you give it to them. This is what teamwork. You are not biased. In a team, you cannot bias. Let's read on and see what it say. Okay, thank you, Han-Ling. wait, I move. Oh, you're San-Ling. Next will be Yang Zhen. Where are you, Yang Zhen? Next will be paragraph 4. Han-Ling, let's go.
In the woods around his school, Baden Powell would hide from his teachers, as well as catch and cook rabbits, being careful not to let his telltale smoke give his position away. The holidays were not wasted either. With his brothers, he was always in search of adventure. One holiday, they made a yachting expedition around the south coast of England. On another, they traced the River Thames by canoe. Through all these, Baden Powell was learning the arts and crafts, which were to prove so useful to him professionally. Baden Powell was certainly not a swot at school, as his term reports reveal. For mathematics, the teacher has to all intents given up the study, and for French, could do well, but has become very lazy, often sleeps in school.
When you are reading this, the River Thames is one of my favorite. When I was there studying, I see the the river there was so nice. It's near the London Bridge there. It was so wonderful. So what I'm trying to say here that you see, this river Thames is like Singapore River. You know, 中国有两个 longest river 啦，一个是黄河，一个是扬子江，对吗？相如对吗？ Like the Yangtze River and the Huanghe River, right? The two longest river in the world. Of course, the longest river is the Nile River, So 你看扬子江跟黄河是命根来的。You know, agriculture, if you study history, unfortunately, your Sec 1, Sec 2 don't study ancient history. I'm very sad. So this paragraph tells you that, okay, how Powell has turned himself into something that he's want to make use of his good life. I think it's very, very important by reading this passage in the right time, especially all of us are now in the stress mode, right? So like yesterday, I brought my wife to go dentist. I nearly quarrel with the dentist people like Kaiwan. You know, 12 o'clock appointment, 12:45, then my wife go and see him. You know, I was running out and down, no, wow. So excuse me, how come it's so long? Things like that. The whole entire Taiwan, the whole the dental department. I think all the patients are looking at me. Even I go in to talk to the dentist, also very rude. But after the whole thing, I cool down. I apologize to her, say I'm sorry. So same thing, I think Scout has a very, very good attitude. I think Han Ning can agree. Scout teach you how to be mature, social responsibility. Then you don't be a leader, you clown. Then you still want to be a chairman.
Okay, like the point is, okay, half of that is true. Half.
But you see, my Scout in my previous school, they are very, very seriously very good. And someone is near to the Scout HQ. So roughly you can know where's my school. Actually, my school is very near to Taiwan School. My previous school is very near to Taiwan School, okay? So you go and find out where it is. So this is a one that, you see, what he has done, you find it's very lazy. You see, guys, I think Ming Yang, you agree now. Doesn't mean if a person is weak in math, his whole life is gone, right? True now. Agree, Ming Yang? Agree? You agree now? Seriously? But sorry, Xiang Lu, in Singapore, it's not like that. If you feel your maths or your English, you are being like 好像被打进冷宫，对吗？你赞成吗？很奇怪为什么这样呢？为什么别的国家没有这样呢？ Sorry, because you have to understand, Singapore is a small country. We need to find a niche because we are talking about the brains. Okay, so because a small country, we have limited resources. It's not like big country, then they got a lot of way to do things, so it's different. Yang Zhen, your turn. Wait, before Yang Zhen was saying something, wait, Yang Zhen, before you read, just now I read through someone's about what a male teacher walking to the classroom or something like that. So if you have a male teacher, what happened? Is there any sexual harassment or anything? No, Okay, Mingy say something also very interesting about the Kamikaze hurricanes. Yes, that is the one 风神对吗？日本的风神，就是那个 tsunami 救了 Japanese 救了 Japan from the Genghis Khan. Okay, back to you, Yang Zhen.
I thought I said that.
No.
Yeah. Correct.
Kamikaze actually blew away the Yuan Chao's Mongols. They are both Mongols, but they are different.
Correct. Oh, you know that, Yang Zhen?
Yes.
Okay. I'm aiming you for take history next year, to take history next year already. Yeah, you told me before. Okay, Yang Zhen, let's go, man. So,
Not known for its high marks in school, Ban Pao nevertheless took an experimentation for the army.
Wait.
And
the word is called nevertheless, or nevertheless. Okay, carry on.
nevertheless took an examination for the army and was placed second among several hundred applicants. He was commissioned straight into the 13th Hussar, bypassing the officer training establishment. Later, he became their honorary colonel.
Wow, such a short one, a good read by you. So you see, it doesn't mean this one also tell you, if you want to go to something like a teamwork or an army, it's all about how good your physical and how good your teamwork is, and of course the leader. Okay, how good your leadership is. And this is where the next paragraph will talk more about it. Okay, are you ready? I will want to choose Ichi.
In 1866, he went to India as a young army officer and specialized in scouting,
Wait. Oh, okay, yeah, correct. Sorry, carry on.
map making, and reconnaissance. His success soon led to his training of other soldiers. Baden-Powell's methods were unusual for those days. Small units of patrols working together under one leader, with special recognition for those who did well. He awarded his trainees badges resembling the traditional design of the North Compass Point.
Ask Hao Ning and those of you are in Scout, is it true or not? Okay, you know Scout, Hao Ning, the more badges it is, the more
Yeah.
badges you have, right? You good, right? True
Yeah.
not? Huh?
Yeah, but the amount of badges also defines how less you're gonna iron your shirt.
No, not only that, Hao Ning, the more badges you have, you also depends on rank also, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
You can have sergeant, but you only got 5 badges. No, sorry. One more time. You can be a staff sergeant, but you only get 5 badges. But you can be a corporal, but you earn a lot of badges. Correct or not? So you realize that Scout is also talking about Scout Girl Guide Brigades. Warren, thank you for clarifying, and Tian also. You realize all these uniform. I was also from a uniform team. I was in brass band when I was in secondary school, and I also a coach for the track and field and this robotics as well and football. So it's all about teamwork, right? The more you hit things, not hit people, the more you hit the target, you get more accolades and credits and rewards and awards you promote. But all these promotions is not just alone by yourself. It's also by team effort, who push you up, who recommend you, who are being recognized for your efforts. So Powell himself has went through a lot of ups and downs against all odds, go through 重重的困难, okay, 克服了很多困难, that is called against all odds. It is not easy for people at that time to go through a lot of things and create a lot of things. Like today, the finance minister in Singapore talked about the budgets. It is not easy, as he mentioned, that over the 2-3 years, Singapore has such a small country, can even have surplus and can give out money and can give out a lot of benefits to people. Where are all these reserves? And this is true. I think this work saving from a raining day and the teamwork as a group that 一视同仁就是真的是未雨绸缪. All these come in at the right time, at the right place, at the right era for your generation. You know why not? Because you can scold me anything. A lot of us thinking that this generation is not strong enough. This generation of yours is like very weakling, be over pampered, the moment you're born, you have the everything. 要风得风，要雨得雨. Not true. But looking at it as a teacher myself now, and I also a parent of 3, and I also counsel a lot of my students in the past and the present now, I realize your is really not a bed of roses to go through. You need to lot of encouragement. So look at Powell himself. Later you read on how you went through these difficulties. Now I urge those of you who are in uniform, go and Google and type this Baden's Powell to see what is the whole entire history of him.
He's a lieutenant general.
You see, not easy, Mingyu. A person who is no good in math was being criticized by the teachers. I told you before already. That's why I say don't try to sit down. Do your best with all the zest. And I think Powell did that. And I think your parents never tried to raise you out. They spent every single second to raise you out. And one day you guys are like Powell, like your parents, you're going to raise the next generation. Are you going to show your good ABC, your good attitude, the behavior you do in front of your children, to show your good characters as a role model? Ladies and gentlemen, Powell did that. Can you do that? Yes, you are doing that now. Not because of attending my lesson. You've really done your best for your past few exams. You went through a lot of obstacles, right? And this is where, ready? Miss Warren.
He returned to Africa to help defend the town of Mafeking during its 217-day siege at the start of the Boer War. The Mafeking Cadet Corps was a group of youths supporting the troops by carrying messages, thus freeing the men for military duties and keeping the boys occupied during the long siege period when enemies surrounded the town. The cadet corps performed well, helping in the defense of the town. The siege provided a crucial test for Baden-Powell's scouting skills. His deeds made a lasting impression in Britain.
危机就是转机啊。Sometimes difficulties, thank Warren, well read. Sometimes difficulties bring out the beauty, the essence of a leadership. The charisma. You know what's the word of charisma? Mingyang? Can you type and because I'm standing up, can you type and tell and show to the class what is the meaning of charisma? Maybe some of them may not know what's the word charisma. C-H-A-R-I-S-M-A. Okay. I can't hear you, Mingyang. Even though you're unmute, I can't hear your voice. Well, you all have been messaging a lot. Yes, that's the word charisma. Thank you. Do you know my daughters take away the M-A? My daughter name is called Caris. Okay, I took I took my daughter's name from the word charisma. So if you type the word charisma, is Taiwan is leadership, right? Yeah. You see the word charisma 就是有我们华文讲有没有那个做那个精英啊 the elites the forces. So you see through these difficulties, Powell came up with new methods and it become to form a scout. So like through this COVID-19, Singapore came up a lot of discovery, a lot of things that help the people to stay safe. Sorry guys, I cannot sit down. Ready? 10U, number 7. Can you unmute your mic?
All right, okay. Returning home, he found the small handbook he had written for soldiers' aids to scouting was being used by youth leaders and teachers all over the country to teach observation and woodcrafts. Already thinking of developing a training program for young people in Britain, he was encouraged by friends to rewrite his handbook for soldiers' aids to scouting for this young audience. He spoke at meetings and rallies and work out a scrim to give greater variety in the training of boys in good citizenship.
Sorry. So you see, through all this, sometimes now you understand why I always tell my student, and I'm telling you all of you, if you have any new ideas, if you have any things, please copy down in a book. You never know, one day this book is come into very handy. Or you can type it in your handphones. If you find something that is interesting, sentences or something that you can record down, or you come up with new ideas, put it inside in your handphones, in your books. Seriously, write down in the diary or in the blog. Okay? Because you never know. This idea might not be surfaced up immediately. Maybe after 10 years, after 20 years, your idea might earn you $1 billion. Please, always have faith in you. How you spell faith, Ming Yang? Can you spell to the class, please? Sorry, I need to walk around because I'm coughing. It's F-A-I-T-H, right, Ming Yang, correct? Yeah, it stands for Father always instill true holiness. And this is how I teach Bible. Okay, faith stands for Father always instill true holiness. Holiness means that as a Christian, I'm not sharing Christian value now. I'm just giving an example. As a Christian, that Jesus has faith in God. When you have faith in God means you trust God. So Father have always instilled the true holiness inside him because he's holy and he believes that you can do. As long as you do the right thing, he will bless you. This is something like that. So you see, like Powell, when he's doing something, he believes that it's good cause, you'll turn out really good. Okay? Now, how do I know? Number 8. Back to you. Oh my goodness. Hao Xuan, can you read? Number 8, please.
Me. In 1907, he held an experimental camp on Brownsea Island to try out his ideas. He brought together 22 boys and took them camping under his leadership. The success of the camp spurred him on to finish what would become a classic book of the 20th century. This was to the starting point of the Scout movement.
This is the one. Thank you, Hao Shen. Thank you so much. This is the one we are talking about history. Yeah? As you guys, you're going to do history investigation, geography investigation, and group work and teamwork. This is where, when this he brought these 22 boys in the island to test their leadership. First, ready? Write down. First, you want to infer, INFER， 就是要看哪一个是有那个做 leadership 的料 the leadership quality, infer. Then he has to compare the 22 people. Write down, you're going to help you in your history and your geography as well. So you need to compare to see who has the certain strength and weakness and compare who should be not suitable and who should be yes. Then you have to show whether when you compare, infer, and choose the leadership, like for example, I choose Han Ling. Is it reliable to choose Han Ling as my chairman or not? Is it useful for him that he use his capability and ability to showcase his maturity and the stability of the whole scout? Get it now? Then later will be the last one is the insertion. He will go and check with everyone and interview the other 21 people and ask whether so and so deserve to have this quality leadership. Now you understand why? Whatever you study, I'm not sure whether the teacher will explain to you, but I want to use this to explain it in the real term, in the real life, in the real situations. And this is what paragraph 8 is talking all about that. Thank you, Hao Shen. Qianru, number 9, please.
Scouting for Boys was published in 1908 in 6 fortnightly parts. Sales of the book were tremendous. Spontaneously, the boys began to form scout troops all over the country. Baden-Powell had to set up an office to deal with the large numbers of inquiries which are pouring. Scouting spread quickly until it was established in practically all parts of the world.
Thank you. Wow, loud and clear, Qianru. Now, do you realize recently Singapore, because of the COVID-19, they came out this social distancing ambassador, right? The one wearing red, you go any, correct or Kaiwan, you go any shopping center, you see them, right? It's poor thing, sometimes they are being abused and being punched and kicked and spat by all the people. Very sad, Kaiwan. Because, because they don't have the power. And recently, few days ago, a person holding a knife, right, want to charge at the police at the Clementi police station. You know about this story? You know about this? And people can still say, wow, police run away, police scared, wow, police use gun and shoot people. You go and watch the video, no, okay? If you want, I can send the video for you and you can take a look. Now, realize what Qianru has read, this number 9, is the same thing. The government came out, the social distancing ambassador is to provide safe distancing and protect the people and to make sure there's peace and people to eat around so that they are able to secure a good place to eat and no viruses spreading. The same things that Powell came out this book is to go through his hard-earned experience to share this with the scout so they can 我们可以用华文吗？发扬光大可以吗？Qianru，right, to spread the good news， 发扬光大 right 对吗？我用的对吗？Qianru，香如讲错，香如对吗？发扬光大对不对？听过吗？对啊，有听过啊。So this is something like that. So you realize, children, when you are reading this kind of passage, okay, if you don't understand, 不要死死的用英文来去想，用 take out and digest in maybe your dialects or even your Chinese or whatever it is, or even use a movie to visualize the passage. Okay, number 10. Last one, who should I call? Ming Yang. Ziyue, Ming Yang cannot, your mic not working, Ming Yang. Okay, Ziyue, let's read the last paragraph.
The first World Scout Jamboree took place at Olympia, London, 1920. At its closing scene, Baden-Powell was acclaimed as Chief Scout of the world. He was truly regarded by them as the chief. The shouts that heralded his arrival and the silence that fell when he raised his hand proved beyond any doubt that he had captured the hearts and imaginations of his followers all over the world.
Is it true, Haning? Is this the right sign I show for Scout? Yes? 3 finger, right? Agree now? Is it 3 finger? Yes, huh? Okay. Why 3 finger? Why not 4 finger? Why not Hitler sign? Why not the Hitler sign? Correct now? Why 3 finger? Yang Zhen. Hail Hitler. Hail Yang Zhen. Yes, Yang Zhen. Maybe you use 1 finger sign, can Wait, 1 finger sign is like this lah. This is called 1 finger sign. Good. What are you thinking, Yang
It's for
Zhen?
the Scout promise, the Scout law, and wait, what was the last one? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Mingyu. You record teacher doing Hitler, right? Yeah, Hitler. Hail Mingyu. Aha, now I change to your name. Anyway, I don't really disagree.
Isn't that illegal? The Hitler sign.
Huh? Yes, it's
Isn't
illegal
the
in
Hitler
Europe.
sign
Yes,
illegal?
yes. It is illegal. Definitely. If you go Europe, do this time, good luck to you. Okay, in Singapore, when you do Hail Hitler, those people who do not know who is Hitler is 你要咖啡还是要茶？你在叫我哈？哎 ，uncle 来 uncle 来，
Hitler
我要点冰好明阳。
Hitler the second worst people on earth, person on earth.
Right， 对吗？明阳你就这样吗？对，典语他是 second worst people, but you know he made Germany to be very successful and good now.
Yeah, I was earlier when you said about the continent stuff, I was gonna say the Hitler one. I was like, I thought Hitler conquered a lot also.
No,
like,
it's Genghis Khan. It's
Yeah,
Genghis
but
Khan
no,
and
because
Alexander the Great.
I thought Hitler conquered the I think the most, because I don't really read too much history unless
It's
yeah,
not
my textbook.
the rest. Okay, thank you for Ziye. You know, this is the one you see at the end of it now. Hard work pays in the end. Okay, I believe Mr. Powell has went through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of stress, a lot of difficulties, a lot of rejections, a lot of dire straits. Okay, DIRE, straits as in straight times as straits. A lot of things that he have agonies and antagonizing him, a lot of setback. But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be a very famous person and make the team work, sacrifice 一定会有的. It's how you see the worth it. Sometimes it's not worth it, sometimes yes. Okay, now without further ado, let's talk about this one now. Okay, I expect you to go through the questions now. Okay, what are the 2 separate lives led by Baden-Powell that earned him the respect of the people? So you realize that it's not about, read on page 5 and 6 of the insert of question 16, this, right? So this is the one. What are the 2 separate? So I taught you before, right? The key to answer questions for comprehension is always the master and 3 slave. The circle will be the master, which is the 8W and 1H. Then the slave, I will put there, this is one of the keywords, earn and respect. Then the people. So this one no need. So 2 separate lives. Okay, maybe up this one here. So I got 1 slave, 2 slave, 3 slave, and 4 slave. So the what, write down, if you are writing what means it's a combination of the how and the why. How means the method, why is the reason. Okay? 相如、国人、浩璇、千如、以琪、子越、天宇、杨正、凯文. Oh, you know, honey. Okay. So this is one way. Then you go and find out. I'm leaving. Excuse me. Kaiwan and the rest of you are listening. Kaiwan, I won't be just sitting here wait for you to write the answer, right? A bit ridiculous, right? Kaiwan, agree now. I can wait 30 minutes. Then what are you learning? So I believe I leave it to you with 3 M. First M is how you're going to manage yourself. The second M is how are you going to motivate yourself to do it? And the third one is the most important. Are you mature enough to handle your homework and hand it to me on time? I just need 3 M. First, you need to manage your own lifestyle.
Oh, Uncle Raymond, I can't find the Google Classroom link. Like I'm actually not in it.
Then I send to you lor.
Okay,
Don't worry,
yeah.
okay? I send to your WhatsApp lah. Don't stress,
Okay.
don't stress. There are many ways. If cannot, then I will print out. I go to your house and give it to you lor. The most you pay me Grab car lah. Okay. So next one, what do you think happened to just say Powell and his family when his father died? So same thing, keywords. What? This is nothing to do with express, IP, NA, or NT, or IB. As long as you got questions, always circle the first two words, what, then happen. And then yes, answer in your own words. It's OQ, it's OQ. There are 7 types of question techniques, which I'm not going to share with you now. I'm going to share with you maybe later part. There are 7 different types. Same thing. There's nothing to separate express or IP or whatever it is. It's all the same. Okay, first one is an infer, factors, vocab. Okay, summary question. This is one of them. Thank you, whoever underlined for me. Thank you. It's called the own questions. So you have to rephrase it into your own answer, all right? You say class not found. Okay, I will give the codes later at the end of the lesson. Okay, children, don't worry. I'll give it to the because I don't want to mess up my system. Just now, it took me 3 times to restart my computer. So I don't want to mess it up. Okay, thank you. Take away the yellow yellow stuff. Give one piece of evidence to show Powell and his brother had an exciting childhood. Okay, give one piece. So I will say this one piece is one of the master. One piece. So it's better that you circle it. Now, my student, some student asked me at Ming Yang and Warren, I say, Uncle, can I don't use pen? It looks very messy when write. Can I use pencil, but a bit time consuming, right? So I leave it to you. So sometimes my student just use the pen, very light one, to circle it. You see, there's a differentiation between this is the most important. And then 3 steps. 1, 2, and 3. Or maybe you want to show this one only evidence, right? Evidence. So you must give an evidence, means you have to quote. Okay. Move on. What was unusual about Powell's methods of training soldiers? Okay, what again? See what again? So the state unusual methods training soldiers. Now look at the marks. 2 marks. For goodness sake, please. If there's 2 marks, at least answer 2 sentences. Each sentence 12 to 15 words. 12 to 15 words. 相如明白吗？你不要，不是你我不要你看到写这个句子So how to hand in the homework? There's 2. Listen carefully. Next week I will go through the answer. Very quick one. Maybe less than 10 minutes or so. Okay. The second way is that once you are done from today's lesson and you are very diligently want to do DEF, that means you are disciplined enough. You want to have the effectiveness of what you have learned. The F is that you want to finish it up and you have the feeling that you want to do it, then do it immediately. So that would be good. Then once you do it, of course, Kaiwan, you can send it to the Google Classroom or what do you call this? Print it out. Yeah, print it out on a hard copy. Then you write your answer. Then you take a snapshot or you scan using your scanner or your handphone to take a picture. And then you put it into a PDF format and send it to me. I mark for you. Also can many ways. Or if you're done already, you don't want to send to me and then you want to go through the answer next Friday, also can. This is the one, children. Okay, my goodness.
Sure, not gonna lie,
I didn't do that question.
But the face scares me.
Wait. One at a time. Who is talking first before Tianyu?
Me.
浩璇啊？什么是浩璇？
I cannot see the things you're talking about, so I didn't do it.
You cannot see?
Yeah, I
mean
cannot see what you're writing.
on your screen you can't see?
No, they're talking.
Huh? These 2 guys?
Yeah, these 2 people, and then there's some more words down there, but I cannot see, so I didn't do it.
No. You are not supposed to do it when I passed to you last week. You are supposed to only read the comprehension passage only.
But I do already.
Then well done. May I stand up and bow to you? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. But now with a better answer, I go through with the passage. Now you got a clearer picture, right?
Okay.
So then you can, maybe question number 17, I did wrongly. Let's go back and check. Oh, lucky Uncle Raymond explained to me just now. So I think my answer deviate a bit. Better change my answer. It's okay. Here is supposed to feel, correct or Warren? You have to feel as many time as possible here so that you bring success in the exam hall, in your real exam. Okay. Now, somebody, can you help me to? Okay, may I maybe type this? Hao Xuan, can you see the word Peter?
Yeah.
Peter stand for what? Xiang Ru and all of you take note. P stand for what is the purpose? Okay, what is the purpose that Luffy is talking about this? And what is the purpose of Arya talking about this? Okay, sorry, I think this doesn't, now you can see, okay, is it bigger? Hope so. Okay, then E stands for explain with evidence. And T, what is the tone? So is it Luffy, Xiangru, is it positive or is it Arya negative? 明白吗？明白啊。So R, is it reliable? Is it true? Baden Powell was not an outstanding student in school. 是真的吗？有没有他有没有这样讲？ Is it true that he said that? Okay, however, he made up for it when he was in the army. What? Yeah, it's true. Maybe he's not very good in the school, but he made up in the army. So identify one example from paragraph 3. Oh, he very specific already. He tell you paragraph 3. You don't like get X mark and look for paragraph 5 and 6. Direction is already given to you. Instruction is already given to you. Go to paragraph 3 and to prove that Luffy can support this. This is where you quote. So easy, Xiangru. Now you understand why you call Peter? It's a formula to guide you to score full marks. Okay, guys, listen, score full mark. How would Arya explain her viewpoint with the reference to paragraph 4? Now this is where paragraph 4 already. So you look for paragraph 4 and how many marks? 1 mark. So you could go for it. Okay, Hao Xuan. So I hope I open up the things. Yes, you are right, Mingyu. Explain and quote. Absolutely, you are right. The people will say, uncle, xiao bo, crazy 1 mark so long excuse me excuse me, this is not set 2 This one is actually all this what you have done you are doing Mingyu, Mingyang, all of you foreign are preparing you for your O level or even your higher learning. Okay, if you go to social study even worse okay, 1 mark sometimes it's 3 sentences for social study. Some students even give up. I cannot take it when some students say, my teacher say no need to write the last paragraph, no time to write. Xiangru, that's not right, 对吗？Short chain 我管你 ，sorry 的，本来我要讲那个他什么的那个字我管你是长还是短呢？你要 short change to the person， 一起 agree 了。The teacher say 不用啦，不用写啦。他的意思说你们这班很烂的 ，no need to write 啦。Even you write also no， that's not the way to say right， 天宇，对不对 ？Who are you to tell people that maybe the whole class maybe got a few people who can write? This is not the way, man. I always tell my student, even my NA student, I don't care. You have to write the last paragraph. You know why? Because later when you go higher learning, they short change of you, they don't know how to write, you left out. Seriously, okay? Number 21. So the short step hierarchy, okay, this one you read. So identify the words or phrase in the given sentence which suggest announce. So you're going to change another word. So you have to look for the word announce. Where is announce is which paragraph? Seriously, I forgot. Oh my gosh. Where is announce?
There's the up there what?
Where? I know which one.
Is heralded or what?
No, announce. Hao Xuan. 在哪里？帮我找。Which paragraph?
As in the word or?
If you all print out, please help me, because I got problem looking through.
Wait, I printed out it.
Just tell me which one. Announce.
Wait, let me check.
Announce and with certainty. I'm teaching you a method to see the word announce. Which one? Oh, no need Mingyu. To remember the mat is Liao Lu Fang Zhan to Uncle Raymond. Okay? 我的小儿子比我更厉害。不是夸他不是我自称老王自夸老王卖瓜自称自夸 ，OK？ 哪里 ？Where is the announce? Which paragraph? Help me, please. If you have the printed copy, please help me, please. It cannot be here, right? Where is it?
I'm finding it.
Thanks. Please help me. All of you, please help. Where's the announce? the shout that her, oh, okay, I think it's the last paragraph here, correct. There, here, there. Okay, yes, here. Yes, thank you. And where's the announce? Oh, this not announced, right? Let me see again, the questions. Or
Yeah, it's the last
announce.
paragraph.
No. What it means that you have to find the meaning here that talk about announce.
Yeah.
Correct. Right. So this is the paragraph here. No need to go to anywhere. Sorry.
Oh wait, you meant
It's
you mean
here,
the
it's
word
here. Yeah, here.
No.
Oh.
We thought he meant the word. So
I
like we
thought
can
he
look
meant like
into-
where's the
Yeah, I
paragraph?
was searching as well.
Sorry, correct. So it's here, it's from here. So you have to find somewhere here and then put it here. Okay. Get it now?
Yeah.
So it's already given to you already. So it's very straightforward. You're damn lucky, children. You guys are damn lucky, Seriously, you know why? Because
Wait,
the previous batch, my
it's just
elders
that
do
one
the
line.
comfrey, it's not like that, no. It's not that easy, no. Okay, this is the summary parts. Okay, guys, for the IP students or express students or any student, whoever you are, okay, please, your summary must give it to me 90 words. 90 words.
left.
I know.
He just said.
I know it's 80 words. IP student is 90, 120, or 110. Express and NA is 80 words from set 1 all the way to set 4. But I want 90 words. I want you to write a bit more words. That's all. Okay? So your summary is 90 words. So they are talking about paragraph 6 to paragraph 10. Okay, only these two. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 paragraphs. So you have to find out your summary must be in okay, blah blah blah. Then 90 words. Not necessary, Mingy. Some summary need example. Okay, Mingy. Some example. To be honest. Okay, depends on how the question asks you. For example, they might ask you advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so in the defense of this one, okay, so led to a group of youth. So you only concentrate on this paragraph. Okay, summarize this contribution that led to the Scout movement. Okay, so you must give me at least 9 points if you can. Okay, by right it's only 8 points. You give me 9 points. So IP student, if you can give me 10 points, by all means. Okay, so this is the paragraphing here. I'm sorry, this is a summary here that you need to write within 9 words. So the best is 12 to 15 words for every sentence. Now I told you before, right? Yiqi, Xiangru, and all of you together. So you just remember the first sentence here because paragraph 6 from here already. So this sentence is definitely important. This sentence is also definitely important. And this sentence, so I'll give you a lot of hint already. Okay, just time to spend more than 45 minutes of this comprehension passage. How do I take away the lines? Can I take away the line? No, no. 杨正, you will go to team B already. You replace Chen An. Please take note of your team. Team A, 翰林、浩学、明玉、明阳, all the HHMM. Okay, the 四大天王. Team B, 天佑、凯文、香如 and Yang Zheng. Okay, team B.
You spelled Kaiwen's name wrong.
Wait, did I spell correctly? No?
Kiawen.
Sorry, Kia, I was thinking. Sorry.
Says the hairline.
Hey, I'm sorry, bro. Don't get angry. Okay, Kaiwen, sorry. Was I reading also? I think my eyes is playing trick on me. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yiqi, you'll be don't say team leader. You're going to decide who is the team leader. Yiqi, Guoren, and Qianru and Ziyue, you are team C. Okay. I always forget. Okay. Okay, so you know your team ready. Let's go to this here. The importance of teamwork. Kaiwen, read to the class now. The importance of teamwork.
The importance of teamwork. Teamwork helps to learn essential lessons like trust and dependency on other people. It's a quality that makes all relationships function in your life. Every relationship works because of the efforts of two people working together to stay as a team.
I would
Teamwork.
say,
Okay.
sorry, let me every paragraph say something before I forget. Okay, thanks. Then later you carry on, Kaiwan. This teamwork is as long as you are 2-person, you are team, right? So it's the same thing. Ming Yang and all of you, one day you'll get married. You're married to your wife, you're married to your husband. It's also a team, but this is a very small team. It's a very young team because you just got married. So a lot of things you need to learn, how to manage your finance. Later you got baby come out, how to manage your household, how to manage your in-laws and all these things, right? That is a team. So a team also can be in a badminton team or in the table tennis team or in the sport teams or even in the Olympics or whatever it is, okay? But then the most important thing is that the team is able to see how you go through the difficult times. Something break away. For example, like a couple is a team, but they break away because they cannot see eye to eye. They got problems to communicate. They got problem to negotiate certain terms. You know, I got one friend, true story, okay, Ming Yang. I got this friend, friend, he told me, when I heard of it, Ziyue, Yang Zhen, and Mingyu, and Qianru, all of you listening, honey, it's so ridiculous. He told her husband this, 我只有帮你生一个孩子 I only give birth to once. 凯文你听好 Okay, whether girl or boy, only one. Okay, but if the first one is boy, I want 16 carats diamond. And my bank account must be 100,000 in my account. 凯文，他们好像在做生意。Seriously, Tianyu, I think this time, Yang Zhen, seriously, no, 16 carats or 16 carats of diamonds, 100,000. They don't know what to give, don't know what things. Must have this confinement lady, 那个月做那个作业的那个什么东西，哇！ Because the husband is quite rich, he asked for this time. Yang Zhen, I think you are this time. Why we can say bye bye? True not? True not? It's not the way to talk business, what? Correct no? Tianyu, Ming Yang, correct no? I will say bye-bye to her already. Don't bother already. So you see, what kind of team is it? You can't see eye to eye. Next, Kaiwan.
Teamwork is the basic need for an organization to function. Furthermore, every organization has a division of several teams to perform specific tasks. Without teamwork, nothing is possible. Moreover, if any organization lacks teamwork, then it will break down.
True. But looking at this, you see, organization, look at this group of people, like something like Dragon Boat, right? You agree that all of them must be in the same sequence? All of them must be like on the same timing, the strength. If one of them is like pretending to paddle the boats or the Dragon Boat, good luck to them. Especially if they are in the Olympic Games, they must have the same synchronizations, same efforts, things like that. So teamwork, you must make sure that you reach your goal and objective. Why I bring this month together with stress and teamwork? Because in a team, definitely you have stress. Agree not? Tell you, have you ever, your teacher put you in a team that some of the friends you don't like? Cher, can I change now?
Yes.
Please, Cher, this guy is a freeloader one. He will not do anything. Please, for goodness sake, I heard this many times. When I was doing my HI for my previous school.
Bro, the HI, I carried the entire team. Like, no one did anything.
I always got this problem. My student will come to me, Mr. Shong, Han Ling cannot work one. Han Ling only talk, never help. Ming Yang also never come one. Every time flirt with the handphone and talk to the girlfriend one. Okay. Yang Zhen always don't do anything. Yang Zhen always look at the Hitler history textbook one. Never help. Wow, these three guys, I really hate them. I don't want to be with them. You see? Oh, sure. No. I mean, I'm giving an example, right? So how are you going to solve this problem? I always tell the student, in life, you go out to work, you'll face this kind of people. Okay? So how do you do it? I also had this problem before. I also a student before. I was a student. I also fall. No choice. You just
have to learn and adapt.
Very hard. No, Tianyu, I was about to say, when I was doing my NIE in the teacher's college, so this classmate always don't do work one. always lazy. Then I cannot take it. I went in to tell the prof, the teachers. It says, "Ma'am, I cannot work with her or with him. I'm so sorry. I cannot do anything." You know, one thing that the teacher told me, the lecturer told me, Raymond, if you want to be a teacher, you have to learn exactly you learn to adopt, adapt, and adapt the 3A. I was a bit, oh, okay.
Adopt
就是拿嘛，你要 adopt 这个人进来。
Oh yeah, true.
True, you have to adopt this person to come in, whether you like it. You see, sometimes 那个流浪狗啊 the stray dog, right, 香炉。Then you see the meow, 那个狗还是狗不喵了 ，sorry， 狗是 bark, sorry， the cat meow, right？ 那你看它很可怜 ，right？ You want to adopt 它，对吗？可是你妈咪 daddy 讲说不可以，你妈咪 very allergic to fur， then 怎么办 ？Alright now, you feel very sad for the cat or the dog, right? The puppy. So in life, really, sometimes you have to adopt, adapt, and adapt to your skills. So true enough, guys, I know you're going to face this, the history investigation and geography investigation, or even project work. IP student, you sure have a lot of project work coming on with your team. This is the time today, I'm going to give you some hints how to form it better. First, if you need to do all the dirty job and do everything, guys, record down. Okay, so for example, Kaiwen very lazy, don't want to do anything. I record down. Today, 18th of February, Kaiwen eat and eat. Don't contribute. Ming Yang always flirt with the handphone on the 21st of February. Yang Zhen always read Hitler and talk to Hitler every day by WhatsApp. Something record the timing. Okay, seriously. And then you can screenshot your message to show proof. All right, but sad to say, with this proof, of course, you may not have friendship later on. But honestly, you do your part. Okay, and these people who are freeloaders will not be easily survive in the real world. Okay, now let's move on. Yes, Kaiwen.
Teamwork is the collaborative effort of a group to achieve a common goal or to complete a task in the most effective and efficient way. The concept is seen within the greater framework of a team, which is a group of interdependent individuals who work together towards a common goal.
Exactly, when you're forming a team, your teacher will know that each one have his strength. Like Yang Zhen maybe have the strength to do website. Ming Yang maybe have the strength to do marketing. Okay, Han Ling maybe have a strength to do PR and talk to pretty girl to convince them to come into the website.
That's
okay. Correct. And then Tian Yu is very good in doing the pole dance to attract more viewer to the website. Example, the four of you are doing a business to attract customer to come in. Example, I'm just giving. So if you are doing history investigation, somebody are good in recording, somebody are good in collecting facts, somebody are good in doing sketchbook, some people are willing to do the introduction to presentation, like Han Ling and Tian Yu. And you know yesterday who are Yi Bo, right? Han Ling, right? Actually, Yi Xi and Yi Bo did not really prepare very well when I was in the group. They just type and talk and really just talk only. But you realize Han Ling and Tian Yu, Yi Bo, I think Ming Yang, you know, right? Ming Yang, you know who is Yi Bo, right? Yi Bo 可以随机应变 You know what is 随机应变, right? That means he can do at the last minute, okay, without knowing anything. He can just like that and do it.
Just plan well. It's that simple.
He can clutch the situation.
It's not easy, but this is how it works for him. Okay. Now I want to move on to the last part, and you're going to break up into your team. All right. Just now it's going to be 9 o'clock. So, do you have the criteria? Sorry. Do you have the criteria to be a good team member or team leader? Now, leader stands for lead everyone and don't expect return. Okay. So the word team, I put it as together excellence, always motivating. Are you one of them? So your topics today is that I want to see all the 3 teams. What is teamwork? So you guys have to come up with pictures, with words, with poems, with cheers, like something like that. Come up with words like that, okay? With this type of things. And then I want to see, okay, now, for example, team A is presenting. Team B and C have to give marks to team A. Okay, later I'll tell you what's the rule. So when team B is presenting, team A and C will give mark, as well as team A and B will give mark to team C. Now, 4 of you, okay, Yang Zhen is no more here. So this is your topic. So what is teamwork? Now I'm going to break. Okay, you all know your team already, yeah? Okay, anyway, I'm going to stop sharing and go to the breakout room. Your job is to type in a Google class, in a Google Doc or Microsoft Words, and type it out and put your team name, and then you have to use. How we're going to do it is like, for example, so what is team? Then teamwork is what? And how are we going to manage team? Something like so, then how? So, then how? Okay? Now I'm going to break you into the group now. So, ready? Go to your group now. Join them. And did I assign already?
No, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, everyone in our group, click the link that I sent. It's for the Google Docs.
Okay. Okay. I haven't assigned. Okay, so sorry. Who is the team A?
H&M. It's that simple, you know.
Wait, Kai Wen is team B, right? Ziye is team what? Ziye is team C. Okay, let's go to your group now. Yang Zhen, go to team B. Can you go to team B also? Can you go to team B? Come on. You are the leader, 要不要进去啊？你鸡蛋糕。 Wow, Ming Yang so fast, I come in. Wow, Hanling, okay. Wow, team A
mistakes were
very
made by
fast.
decisions were made. No one basically contributed.
Huh?
Basically, okay, so like we wrote down everything we wanted to in Google Docs.
Okay, team A, you get ready, huh?
All right. Okay,
Okay.
so like you see, the point here is that everyone has to present. But since Ming Yang can't present, like he can't talk, I will be doing his part. For Ming Yu, he can talk, he's just shy, but like so
Ming Yang cannot talk. Ming Yang can talk
yeah.
what?
No, like the point is he can't like even if he unmutes his mic, you can't hear anything on his side, like literally. It
Oh,
was
never
like
mind. Then Hanling, since it's a teamwork, right? Ask
yeah,
Ming Yang.
I will say his part. I'll say his part.
Let me finish. Hanling,
I was so close. What the?
ask Ming Yang to do hand signal. Okay, so when you're talking,
Hey,
Ming Yang
that's a
will do
good
this.
idea. That is
Good
a good
idea,
idea.
huh?
That's a
Teamwork,
good
ma,
idea.
Ming Yang, correct no? Oh, Ming Yang.
Don't worry, I'm just a
Sorry,
one-liner.
you cannot escape.
Here.
Oh, yeah, then you can use your lip sync.
That was horribly laggy. That's like huge. That's literally what hurt, man.
Okay, all are in, huh? Thank you. So I already shared screen to all for all of you. So now, team A, are you ready to present?
Yes, I am. Well,
Okay, let's
I'm
go.
not sure about the rest of my teammates, but okay.
Let's go.
Wait, it's still disabled.
Huh?
It's still disabled for now.
Okay. I share screen. How's it now?
All right.
Okay, ma. Okay, well done.
Okay, so and this is my
Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness.
I got carried away. My bad.
No, you know what? Team B and Team C, I was telling the team that is silent movement is Team A. I didn't know they, wow, that is very good. Wow.
Sure, I don't think you have
长龙
seen
啊，
my
下路。
sure, you haven't
Oh,
seen
长
our last page, you know. Once you see wow, you will
Okay,
be shocked.
Okay,
you know
okay,
you
okay.
can't do better than me.
So excited to
Yeah.
see all the
Yes.
team.
You know you can't do better than me.
Let's go.
It doesn't have to be me.
It's a skill issue.
Silent work of our team.
Oh, toxicity.
I really like
Toxicity.
it's okay, don't worry. Later I will tell you what to do. Okay, Ziyue, don't worry. But yeah, I like your enthusiasm. Ziyue, don't worry. Okay, let's go.
Henry Ford
Hanling.
once said, coming together is the beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. Teamwork is a simple, basic thing that everyone needs to know. Teamwork is a necessity in society, and everyone needs to work with someone else, as society does not revolve around one person, and so neither does teamwork. If even one of your teammates does not contribute 100% to the project, it is no longer teamwork.
Stop. I totally agree with this. Imagine, especially for football, I always tell my players, if one of you lags, do not pass the ball properly, let the opponents take you, the whole team, I will really substitute you. No matter how good you are, you don't tell me you got mood or no mood. When you're on the field, means you have to give 101%. And I totally agree with this statement. It's really true. I will give this extra point for that. Carry on.
As a team, you can achieve many great goals and titles you will never achieve alone. Some of the most famous sportsmen, such as Michael Jordan, only became one of the greatest basketballers of all time because of his team. Thomas Edison, known for making the light bulb cheap and affordable, failed thousands of times before succeeding eventually, and he could not have done it without his team, fellow scientists, and assistants. This stresses the importance.
Move up. I can't see. I can't see the slide. Yes, thank you.
Okay, so for Ming Yang's part, it's a one-liner.
Finish already.
Yeah.
And then what about Ming Yi and Hao Xian?
Okay, so yeah, their parts here, you might want to begin talking.
Hao Xian?
Yeah.
How should you want to do yours first? Go ahead.
Oh yeah. So I wrote down the types of letters that is like what's the meaning of the types of letter inside teamwork.
You use the words of teamwork as an acronym.
Okay, carry on. Hao Xian?
So team means together, means like the team is a team where all people are in the team lah. And then efficient means like we do stuff efficiently, like we use our max when we waste minimum of our time, and we achieve our work as a team not only by one person. We are mindful and watchful for our family members, like not leaving any behind and commenting about their good work. And we are open-minded where everyone contributes or what they think can make out a good example. And then role is like every person in the team has a role on what they have to do.
I absolutely agree with this. Sorry to interrupt you, Hao Shen. I totally agree with what you have written in the front. Yes, it's true. Very, very true. Carry on.
And knowledgeable is about everyone inside the team have to be knowledgeable of their mates inside the group. You can't like just leave them.
I have to really 五体投地 to kowtow to this statement, especially when you are in the team of sales or in the marketing retail. For example, I'm working in the Gochisu now. On the floor, you need to know the team. Excuse me, may I know where's my food? Excuse me, how come it takes so long? Have you taken an order? No, the whole team to run the whole F&B is really, you must know each other. Whether is there a promotion, whether it's a discount, whether there's a membership, you know, what kind of promotion is given. Yeah, it's true. Inside the sales team also, you need to know what is the latest promotion to help one another. Absolutely, totally agree. Yeah, thank you, Hao Shen. You well said. Okay, Mingyu, your turn.
So to summarize, teamwork is a collaborative effort to complete a single task where everyone contributes to the group. In my CCA, National Cadet Corps, one of the main core values is teamwork and care for fellow cadets.
Absolutely.
Teamwork is like dividing the task, multiplying the success rate. Through teamwork, people will also have a sense of ownership, responsibility in the society.
Team B and Team C, whatever Team A has written here, those words I tell you is very useful, especially the one which is called teamwork divide the task, but multiply the success. He's using math, 对吗？好，相如，天宇，记得吗？ Divide of course 是 divide 啦 ，multiply 就是那个 time So it's out of the four operator plus minus divide times you're using divide and multiply. Well done, Team A. So Team B and Team C take note now. Each one got 10 marks to give to Team A. So 1 to 4 of course 真的没有完蛋了，这个 team 是很烂。5 means okay 啦 ，just pass. 6 and 7 means 哇还不错啦 ，6 and 7还不错可以。8那就说哇有水准。9 and 10就是 very excellent 了 ，OK? So this is how you're going to give marks to all each team. Thank you. Can you unshare and now go to Team B? Team B? Ready? Let's go. Team B, can you and your team? By the way, Team A, who is the team leader? Han Ling, right?
Close enough.
Okay, good. Okay, let's go. Team B?
It was a mutual decision. I didn't agree or disagree
Wait,
to anything.
Wait,
It's
wait
okay,
first.
Han Ling.
Wait
Yes,
first,
yes,
wait. I need to add one last thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll share screen. Just-
Okay, Team C, if you want to add some more, you can go ahead and add. I won't stop you, but must be fair to Team A, right? Because they prepare already, correct? So must be fair to them.
it's nothing. I'm just adding
This is the
some
first
stuff.
time, Kaiwan, this is the first time we're doing team. The next few months, we've got time, we're going to do that, okay?
Okay.
Let's go.
Share screen. Okay.
So this is the first time, so we give
All
and
right,
take,
boys. Oops. Oh wait, wrong slide.
Why number 5? So fast.
All right.
Bro.
All right. Okay.
Bro.
Oh,
Alright.
goodness, who's the fat
So-
spider?
Scooter man looking sick, boss.
I'm
Who
calling
wants to
out.
start first?
Calling it
You
out.
may begin.
Whoa, that thick scooter
Team
man
B, we love Team B.
guy.
Yeah. Wait, what? Wait, why can't I move? Oh.
Yeah.
I think you have to
Oh,
press like a
okay.
key or something. That's teamwork. I mean, the process of working collaboratively with a group of people in order to achieve a goal. And the picture below, it's me, diving headfirst into a hole.
Yeah.
Because I.
Which is true, no? Diving the head into hole means
Is this a funny comedy or this is the talking
No.
comedy?
How Shen,
Comedy,
it's true that you
comedy,
diving
stand up,
your head in the hole without the help of other people. Okay, carry on.
In order for a team to work properly, you
We
need
lost that.
communication,
Can go home now.
responsibility, honesty, active listening, empathy, collaboration, and awareness.
Okay,
Oh,
out
yeah,
of these
and-
7, go back to the next slide, previous slide.
Yeah, I'm not as built a different as I
Alright.
thought I
Go back to
was.
the previous slide. No.
Oh, wait.
The 7 things that Kaiwan talked about it. This one, correct.
So,
Go back. I want to ask Team B. Out of these 7, which one do you think is more important for a team?
I feel like empathy is probably the most
To
important.
me, it's responsibility or communication.
How about
Yeah.
Yang Zhen?
I feel it's honesty.
Oh my god.
Xiang Ru?
Active listening, I think.
Okay, how Yang Zhen, you have the same thought with me. I think honesty is the best, is the more important. Because if you are not honest enough, your communication will break down because you're not telling
Agree.
the truth.
Agree.
Right? You're not telling the truth.
Yeah.
If you're not honest enough, you tell the person, oh yeah, I done my responsibility, but your job is only 16%. Hey, go back to the previous slide. Eh?
Yeah, my bad, my bad.
Thank you. If you're not honest, but you're
Okay.
just pretending to, to listen, doesn't do it. And then when you're talking about empathy, do you really honestly show empathy, or just to show yeah, poor thing, yeah, okay, I sympathize you, yeah, I feel that you're bad. Now, if you're not honest, you collaborate because you want to get CCA point, you want to get VIA point. I don't think so. But the next important thing is number 7, the awareness. So Team B, well done. I think honesty is the key, paramount important for teamwork. Next one.
Oh, next slide. All right. So whoever wants to continue can. Oops. Okay. Oh. Why is it blank? All right. All right. Never mind. It's okay. It's not blank now, bro. It's not blank now.
I guess teamwork really isn't that important.
This is what I call teamwork. No,
Come on. Who is reading this?
We wrote well, but
Okay, I'll read
we
it.
didn't have teamwork.
Why is teamwork important? It enables your team to share ideas and responsibilities, which helps reduce the stress on everyone, allowing everyone to meet the goal quickly. It helps solve problems as everyone has different skills they can demonstrate to contribute to the team. It fosters friendship and loyalty, allowing everyone in a team to get to know each other better. If a team doesn't know how to cooperate with one another, they will never accomplish anything.
I want to add this, Kaiwan. It's very important in the police force, especially the special force team. Especially when you're going to go and save the hostages or kill the terrorists. If one of them do not show the loyalty and friendship as a team, they don't have the chemistry. Imagine that bullet would go into the head of the police officer, or that's it. So they must have the same common understanding and honesty. They have to move according to it. I agree with you. Thank you. Next one.
Anyone else wants to read?
Yang Zhen, should be Yang Zhen and Xiang Ru already. Carry on.
Communication. The ability to communicate in a clear, efficient way is a critical teamwork skill. When working with others, it's important that you share relevant thoughts, ideas, and key information.
Very good. It's true. Very true. Yeah, Mingyang, Yang Zhen.
Responsibility. Within the dynamic of teamwork, it is important that the parties involved both understand the work they are responsible for, the make and the effort to complete said task on time and up to expected standard, with the entire team functioning properly. By taking responsibility for their own work, they can work together towards a common goal.
That's true. Xiang Ru? No, Yang Zhen, you read this one. Yang Zhen, you read this one. The rest, Xiang Ru. Okay, honesty, because you choose honesty.
Honesty. Practicing honesty and transparency at work might mean working through a disagreement, explaining that you were not able to complete a certain task on time, or sharing difficult updates. Without transparency, it can be difficult for a team to develop trust and therefore work together efficiently.
Exactly. Without honesty, you break the
Yay.
trust. Exactly. If you don't have the trust, no point talk about responsibility, communications, awareness, empathy. All these are crap already. Yes, useless. It's very true, right? It's all about trust. Next, Xiang Ru.
Active
Why?
listening. Much like communication, active listening skills can help a team to understand and trust each other. Active listening is the act of making an effort to focus intently on one person as they share their ideas, thoughts, and feelings.
True. It's very true. Very true. Without active listening, you cannot contribute. Number 9, Jiangru.
Empathy. Having empathy for your teammates can allow you to better understand their motives and feelings. Taking the time to listen and understand how others think and work can help you to communicate with them in the right ways.
How many more slides to go? Last 2, right?
Should be.
Yeah, then can you finish up?
Okay, collaboration. Teamwork exists so that a group of individuals with a diverse set of skills and talents can work together towards a common goal. It is crucial to work with another teammates to share ideas, improve each other's work, and help one another to form a good team.
Especially when you are having exam, you have a teamwork to work together to share. That is a subject you're no good, you can share with the person who is good in that subject. Carry on.
Yeah, okay. Last one. Awareness. In teamwork, it is important that you hone your ability to be aware of team dynamic at all times. For example, if one person is dominating the conversation and or does not allow others to share ideas, it is important that balance is restored so each teammate to contribute evenly.
Exactly. Don't every one person, like just now I saw the team A. I think only Hao Lin is talking, but I didn't know. The rest also secretly typing and send. But this is good. Carry on.
Alternatively, okay, I can
Alternatively,
oh my god. Alternatively, if one person tends to be more shy or hesitate to share ideas, it is important to create space so that all teammates feel comfortable to contribute their unique skills and abilities.
Yeah, so do not be hesitant to share ideas. Do not hesitate. Yes. What's the last page? Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you. There's nothing to do with team. Okay.
Don't look at that thick boy. That thick boy.
Okay, team C, you can unshare now. Thank you.
This is why we lost. It's because you put me and Jay in different
Team C,
teams.
are you ready? Let's share now.
It becomes a toxic competition, bro.
Team C, ready? Go.
Wait, so do one of us just share?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then all of you have to present. Who go first? Leave it to you. Whoa. Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yo, Instagram, is it? Yes. Oh, no, that's camera, damn it.
Whoa. Whoa.
I don't use Instagram, by the way.
Let's go.
This
who start first? Wait. Who start first? Okay, let's start. You ready? 9:39. Hey, why come to this Chinese here? Come on.
Yo, what is that? 为什么豆短？豆 this
Wait.
You don't even know.
This is just a funny moment.
Are you ready, ladies?
Why do you even search for this? Who search for this?
No, don't worry about this. They are preparing, guys. Hello, stop. Be patient.
Looking
Okay.
through people's stuff, lah.
I forgot I was muted. What can y'all see right now?
Your search history.
Guys, I think we respect to the team C, right? When you're presenting, they are not disturbing. So guys, team A and B, give them some time to present the slide. You can see their slide, they really put in effort. So please, all right, Ken?
No reverse.
Just be patient for a moment. Let's go.
Wait. I'm not. I need the speaker notes. Oh sh. Wait, is this on? Okay. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. Can I just like share like this?
Anything? Yes, my dear. No problem. Don't worry.
Okay, I just share like this. Okay, so
sure.
Hello. We are Guoran, Yiqi, Qianru, and Ziyue, and today we'll be sharing about the dissection of teamwork.
Okay, so here is what we have made in our slides, what we're going to be going through. Firstly, it's what is teamwork, and secondly, examples of teamwork, importance of teamwork, and lastly, the bloopers, which is very fun. Yes.
So I found this quote on Google. So it's by Henry Ford. Coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success.
Okay, stop here.
Hey, I'm
Stop
just happy
here.
I went first, so like you guys can't claim
Wait.
copyright.
I think since let me wait. I think Team A and Team C have shared this. I think all of you should take this seriously and copy it somewhere.
Just keep in mind that we went first, so you guys can't claim copyright.
No, don't say that, guys, please. Okay, wait, we don't talk about this first. Let me, honey, don't worry. Okay, no, please don't take away your copyright. I think this will be very good for your essay. If you can really remember this and put it inside, you will really score points for your essay. And now you know why until today, when Henry Ford passed away, the Ford car in the world is still very popular, even though you cannot fight with like those Japanese or German car. But I think they are the first one who started the vehicles going on, right? They start the automobile moving. So this is something to give credit to Henry Ford for his way of saying that. Thank you, Ichi.
So the introduction, what is teamwork? Teamwork is communicating with your group members and keeping an open and understanding mind for their ideas. Teamwork is working together harmoniously as a team to work towards the same positive goal.
Very true. Totally agree.
A good team consists of members who check up on one another to ensure that everyone is on the same page. That's what we are striving for and what teamwork is all about.
Here you see that they put there, team stand for together everyone achieve more. Beautiful, man. I think this one is more interesting. It's true that I like the word you say that it's on the same page. You cannot be different page. You cannot be the one in page 5, page 10, or the last page or the beginning of the page. Then you are not going to have to read a very good book. Well done, Ichi and your team. Next slide. By the way, who came out this together everyone achieve more? Whose idea is this?
Google.
Google. Oh, good.
Oh, stop blaming lah.
Okay, I'm 80% sure Hao Xuan wrote his own.
Okay,
Because,
next
like,
one.
You
Yo.
just copy paste the entire thing.
No, it's okay, but at least
It's okay.
they are doing their work.
Inference.
Inference, that's right. Next, who's done to present?
Examples of teamwork. What are some ways you can show teamwork? So here are some examples of how we can demonstrate teamwork in our daily lives. Firstly is doing drills during CCA. When doing 100 together, you get to be coordinated and be on the same page to not piss off the seniors. If you don't know what 100 is, it's basically marching on the spot, if I'm not wrong.
Kaki cepat hantar. Correct not? Right? And the kaki ke kiri pusing, ke kanan pusing, ke belakang pusing. Right? That's the command. Thank you.
Another example will be projects. So to be able to finish projects on the time with maximum results, cooperating is necessary. And another one is games. You have to put in 100% effort in your games. And even if you lose, even if you win, you still should not be blaming your teammates or anyone at all.
This one really have to use 3M. The person who always like to blame people is not matured enough, not able to manage well, and is not motivated to be one of the team member. Well done. Next one, next slide.
Importance of teamwork. Why do we need to show teamwork?
So what can teamwork achieve? So first of all, if we have teamwork, we can communicate to each other clearly, and hence we will not have so much discord between group mates, and we will be more happy together. And then we'll also have higher efficiency, meaning that we will be able to complete our work quicker. We can also I forgot the word. Sorry. It basically means you take someone else's strengths to like help you 弥补 your own like shortages, yeah. And then you can also like learn more from others and become more responsible.
The remedies or the remedies, the remedies is to shorten it, to shorten it. Okay, good. Carry on.
Teamwork is unavoidable. In a society, we have to communicate with each other to get satisfactory results. Hence, we should work together in order to make the best of our time.
Okay, what about Qianru? Who is reading the next one? Or is it Guoran, are you reading the next one? No teamwork?
No, it's Qianru.
Qianru, okay.
Without teamwork, everyone will be unhappy with each other and not get good results, as nobody wants to put in effort to the group project. Arguments between the group members may also break the bonds.
Very true. Stop there. Wait. I think I don't want to see this happening to all of you. Very good team C, you brought out this no teamwork. Because with this teamwork, sometimes it will lead to bullying. And it will lead to hatred and jealousies and envy. So before we go to that 7 deadly sin, or these kind of things, you have to remember.
Oh, you mean the show?
No. You have to bring down Warren just on the 短长补短, right? So this is where you have to remedy the situation. You have to address the problem to prevent catastrophe for further falling into the wrong hands and create the whole team to collapse. And that's why, Warren, very good. I don't know you are thinking of the real world, because some company do not have the teamwork, do not have the collaboration of the board of directors. Everyone want to fight against one another, especially 那种家族生意那个老大跟老二、老三、老四变成家变end up the whole family business collapse. This is very true. Thank you, Warren. Thank you, Qianru. Carry on. Yes, who's done? Is it Yi Qi or Ziyue or Qianru?
I think it's still Qianru.
Now we present to you the bloopers.
Let's go. Let's see what is it about.
Guys, 3, 2, 1.
So just stuff your senior shout at you when you're doing foot drills.
Oh.
Our boys,
never
our
knew.
girls go army. Yeah, I think in terms of memes, my group still won.
Yeah,
Oh,
in terms of intellect, my group obviously won. Like,
You realize the depth of drills, the montage, Qianru and the Team C. You remind me of my NS time when during my service in the Singapore Armed Forces. There are really some clown, and don't laugh at children. We call it the defaulted parade. It's really crazy. Those this inject will force. If you watch Our Boys to Men, you know they're really crazy. The force parade and force march. Ke kiri pusing, ke kiri pusing, ke kanan pusing, ke kanan pusing, ke belakang pusing, cepat jari jalan. Then you have to run and walk and march and wow, I tell you, you turn it under the hot sun. If you know, under the hot sun means really at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, that kind of sun during my NS time. So when I'm reading this, it mesmerized my old good days in the army forces, which is true. Why people are doing all these things? Because during the drill, especially in the SYF, okay, or competitions, the drills show the difference. I really admire certain countries only. One of them, the China, when they have the National Day Parade, look at the way they march. 一滴一水一泪一汗，证明了中国解放军是多么的强大，多么的威武，多么的蓬勃。If I can use all this Chinese, means that it's so majestic, it's so elegant, it's so esprit de corps. You know what's the meaning of esprit de corps? That means 团结力量. Thank you so much for Team C for sharing. Any more? Wow. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, come, let's go back. Okay, unshare, please go back to the screen now. Thank you so much. So, Team A. So, Team B, how many marks will you give to Team A? Team B, hurry up.
Okay, to be fair, we already lost because
Turn
like,
Han,
everyone-
ready to
Okay,
use.
Hanling,
7.
if you're a scout, don't ever have this kind of
negativity.
attitude,
I know,
Hanling, please.
I know.
Okay,
Hanling,
huh?
We got hopium on our side.
Yeah, don't do that.
We got
I don't like
hopium
all
on
this
our side.
attitude.
Believe in yourself.
Correct. Okay, Team B, how many marks will you give to Team A? Hurry up.
7 to 8.
Bro,
Give a fixed one now.
don't do 7.5 like that.
0.
How many? Hey, please, Tian, you come on.
Okay, 7.
Okay, Team C, how many marks do you give to Team A? Hey, Team A, add a mark. Hanling, you have to type and show me. Team C, hurry up. The 4 of you have to agree. Okay, Team A, how many marks will you give to Team B and Team C? Hurry up. And Team B?
Since Team B give us 0 marks, all
No.
of them, I'll
they
give
give
them a
7.
negative 69.
No, don't please. Okay, Team C give Team A 6 marks. So 6 plus 7, 13. Team B, Team A, how many marks to give to Team B?
Okay, I have to be from this
I'm gonna
8.
be honest, 8
8,
marks. 8 marks.
8 for Team B.
Yeah.
Okay, how about Team C? Hanling?
Team C,
Yes.
I'd say
Wait,
A
wait,
as well.
why is Hanling on Team C now?
Wait, I thought you said us giving.
No, can you
Never
tell
mind,
me?
I'm deaf.
Wait, excuse me. I'm a bit confused now. Okay, Team B, how many marks first?
Decent is like half.
Alright, so Hanling gave Hanling's in Team A and he gave us 8.
Team C give how many to Team B?
I haven't say.
Team C, how many marks you give to Team B? And Team A, how many marks you give to Team C? And Team B, how many marks you give to Team C? Come on.
Team C have bloopers, so I
8.
give 9.
8. I give 8.
Yeah, Team C deserve about 8, I guess, for Team C.
You see, you clearly lost.
8. Okay, so Team B, how many marks?
Right, 8.
Hey, come on, hurry up. Total Team A is 13. Team B, how many marks?
9.
What?
Hey, come on, please, guys. Be
Wait,
serious.
who's in Team C?
No, Team C, how many? Oh, no. Team A is 13. Team B, how many marks?
Yeah, Team B for Team C give us. They haven't.
For Team C, we gave group.
Okay, Team A is 13. Team B will be 14 or 13.
They haven't say. All we know is we got an 8.
6.
Oh,
So
okay,
14
6.
lah.
14.
Okay, 14. So Team C, Team A, how many marks you get? 8, right? Team B also give 8, right? So Team C got 16 over 20, right?
Yeah.
So Uncle Raymond will give Team C another 2 marks for that.
Wow.
No biasness. I think all of us agree. They really, within the 25 minutes, they give their best to present with this kind of presentation.
Sure.
And this is what, honestly, I would like to see. This is called teamwork. Agree now, Xiangru, right? You have to agree, right, Xiangru? Kaiwen, you agree?
This is definitely not me.
This is not
Yeah.
bias. This is called simping.
No. Hao Xuan, please be more 3M or 3M. Please. Don't
Okay,
be so
guys, calm
childish,
down.
guys.
Guys, don't
Don't
be
be
so
like
loser.
Hao
Don't
Xuan,
be
don't
so
be
loser.
like
Don't be so.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes,
Y'all
I know,
did our best
except
in the end,
lost,
guys.
not like
Y'all
me.
did our best in the end.
Yes, I agree.
Shut up,
I
you got
agree.
more than
Can I
us, you
talk
got more than us.
now? Can I talk now? Sorry. I think I agree, all of you, within the 20 minutes, during the stress, the pressure cooker, you guys can come out so many details for a set 2 student like you with different background from different school to coming together, the 3A, adopt, adapt, and adapt. You did a good, excellent job. Okay, this is only one part of the team. Next round, I'm going to break again to another different teams, okay, to see how it is. Now I understand why I come up to this one for the teamwork. I think all of you did a good job, okay? I can see Kaiwen, the group, you really laugh your way out. You enjoy all the funny picture. I like that.
I did that at the last minute.
I think I'll tell you, if you were to do this kind of picture in the school, I think your teacher, 50% of your teacher will scold you. Agree not?
No, because like I think on Tuesday, right? We had to do like a ALP project, and then my friend did that. That's why I did it now.
Oh, so your friend was not scolded for this?
Yeah, he wasn't.
Very good. Then I really appreciate the teachers being creative and being openness, right? Certain things designed during presentation, you need to be serious, okay? But guys, really well done. I want the 3 team to submit your project into the Google Classroom. Okay. And really thank you very much for today's lesson. I think all of you has learned a few words to take away from. I learned from your team is the word called collaborative. Okay, and collaborative. And the second word is communication. Okay, collaborative communication. And the third C is about cohesiveness. Teamwork, cohesiveness. Write down. 相如 cohesiveness, C-O-H-E-S-I-V-E. Can somebody type and give it to the rest who do not know the spelling? Cohesiveness, collaborative, and what is that? The third one? Communications. Okay, well done. These are all the three words very important to a team. All right. Thank you so much, children. Really enjoyed today's lesson.